Her armor fell. The battle was lost until a human repaired the armor from the ship's wreckage. The battlefield was chaos. Fire rained from the skies as two armadas clashed above the fractured moon. On the surface below, warriors in gleaming battle armor fought with weapons that split stone and scorched air. Among them stood Kilira, champion of the Verit Dominion. Her armor was a marvel of her people, an ancient living exosuit, grown from biometal passed down through her warrior line. With it, she was unstoppable. Blades shattered against her shield. Energy bolts fizzled against her plating. Her enemies fell in droves as her massive glaive carved through their ranks. But nothing lasted forever. With a sound like worlds breaking, a plasma shell from orbit screamed down and struck her. Kilira was hurled into the ruins of a collapsed tower. Stone crushed her, fire scorched her. Her armor screamed in her mind, its symbiotic circuits flickering. When the dust cleared, she lay broken. The plates of her living suit hung in tatters, glowing veins sputtering. For the first time in her life, Kilira felt naked. Her enemies saw it too. Their warriors advanced, grinning, weapons raised. The champion was fallen. The battle was theirs. Kilira tried to rise, but her body betrayed her. Her glaive was shattered, her armor dead. She could not even lift her head as the enemy closed in, and then a human stumbled into the ruins. Marcus Hale was not supposed to be there. He had been a mechanic, a salvage operator pressed into military service when the war spilled into human space. He knew ships, circuits, welders, not battlefields. He had been running from the bombardment when he saw her. A towering figure half buried in rubble, armor sparking and failing. Even broken, she radiated power and pride. And she was about to die. Marcus didn't think. He grabbed a length of twisted hull plating, swung it like a shield, and threw himself between her and the enemy. The alien warriors laughed. A human, unarmored, wielding scrap metal? It was pathetic. But Marcus didn't run. He swung. The jagged edge of wreckage tore across one warrior's face. Another lunge, and Marcus rammed the plating into its gut. Clumsy, desperate strikes, but fueled by something the aliens didn't understand. Defiance. Kilira's dimming eyes widened. A human, fragile, short-lived, soft, was standing over her, bleeding, fighting with ship scrap against armored elites. He shouldn't have lasted a second, but somehow he did. When the last warrior fell, Marcus dropped the makeshift shield, panting, blood streaming from a cut across his forehead. He turned to Kilira, eyes blazing. "You're not done yet," he growled. "Get up." "I cannot," she rasped. Her voice was broken through her damaged helm. "The armor is dead. Without it, I am nothing." Marcus knelt beside her, glancing at the shattered plates. He ran his hands over them, frowning. This is tech. Living but still tech. Tech can be fixed. Her lips curled bitterly. Not by a human. Marcus smirked faintly, despite the blood on his teeth. "Lady, I've kept ships flying on duct tape and prayer. Let's see what I can do with this." He worked quickly, the battle raging around them. From the ruins of the crashed frigate nearby, Marcus scavenged circuits, plating, fuel cells. He dragged them back, his hands shaking, heart pounding, but never stopping. Kilira watched, stunned, as a human stripped wires with his teeth, fused alien conduits with human tools, and welded ship metal to her armor's broken frame. He wasn't gentle. He wasn't precise. But he was relentless. Every time she told him it was hopeless, he snarled back, "Not while you're breathing." Piece by piece, the armor stirred. The veins flickered faintly, circuits sparking. It was ugly. Human scrap welded to living biometal, jury-rigged in ways that would have made her engineers faint. But it was alive. And when Marcus jammed the scavenged power cell into the core, the armor roared. Kilira gasped as strength flooded back into her limbs. She rose, the plate sealing over her once more. Her glaive reformed, a blade of fire igniting from the wreckage of a plasma torch. She stood tall again, taller than any warrior around her, her patched armor glowing with both Verith light and human steel. The enemies who had crept closer froze in terror. Marcus grinned up at her, exhausted but defiant. Told you, not done yet. What followed was legend. Kilira surged into the enemy ranks, her patched armor blazing. Where her original suit had been elegant, flawless, now it was scarred, jagged, reforged from wreckage. But it was stronger for it. Unyielding, relentless, just like the human who had rebuilt it. Her enemies fell like wheat before the scythe. And at her side, Marcus fought too, wielding nothing but scavenged weapons, shouting curses and laughter in equal measure. Together they turned the tide. When the battle was finally done and the enemy fled, Kilira stood amid the ruins, her patched armor steaming, her glaive still glowing. She looked down at Marcus, bloodied, bruised, but alive. "You," she said slowly, voice filled with something strange. "You repaired the armor of the champion of Verith with scrap metal." Marcus wiped blood from his eyes. "Yeah, guess so." "No one has ever done such a thing," she whispered. Her eyes burned into him. "Without you, I would have fallen. My people would have fallen." He shrugged, exhausted. "Guess it's what humans do. We fix things, even when they're broken past reason." For the first time, Kilira laughed, a sound like thunder rolling across the battlefield. "Then hear this human," she said, raising her reforged glaive high. "From this day, my armor carries your mark, and so does my honor. You are no longer just a mechanic. You are my mechanic." Marcus blinked, not sure what that means. "It means," Kilira growled, leaning down, "that wherever I go, you go." The champion of Verith fights with human steel in her heart. Marcus chuckled weakly. "Well, guess I better start packing more welding tools." In the years to come, songs were sung of that day, of how the champion's armor fell, and the battle was lost, until a human, fragile and stubborn, repaired the armor with nothing but wreckage and will, and how together they turned defeat into victory.